Right, boys, should be live and the game should be here. Morning for me at least, most likely not for you. So, yo Vegeta, nice to see you here. Welcome. All good, thanks. So I have some work to do today, not YouTube work, sadly. I have a tour later today, so this shouldn't be a very long stream. The idea is just to check the MIOs. This is something I have been meaning to do for tier 3+ members of the channel for quite a while. Give you a new and updated MIO priority list, including the ones I didn't include before. There are a couple. And then somebody mentioned that if I put some files from the game's save folder or whatever, you can actually import them into your game. So I will try to do that as well later on. Yo, what's up, Koyer? Welcome. Okay, so that's it. I would say maybe we start with a minor country that shouldn't have unique MIOs, and then we move on to the major ones that should have unique MIOs. So how about we do... Let's do Switzerland. Let's see. Hopefully they don't have unique MIOs. So I want to do the generic ones. Oh, sad news those. I've had 2 hospitalized trips. Oh no, man. So money will be tied for a minute. So I will have to cancel my membership for a little bit. Man, no worries at all. I'm so sorry to hear that. Of course you'll be back. That's way more important. That's the most important thing. With SPGs being whatever, would you say amphibious tanks, specifically medium amphibious or heavy amphibious tanks, are a good alternative? They get a lot of special force bonuses. I don't know, they are a bit situational. I wouldn't say they are a replacement for SPGs. But again, now I'm very worried about all of all of the big nerfs coming, so yeah. Okay, so the problem with Switzerland is they do have some MIOs, but they don't have all of them. You know, if we can get all of them somewhere else. Well, whatever, maybe we can start with these ones, which should be already saved, so I will just check my old priority and make sure everything is okay. Also, I asked Paradox to add the policies to the things you can save as well, but no. So I guess we won't be having that. But yeah, this seems to be the default one. So let's just go over a quick check to make sure everything is okay, everything is prioritized in the right way. And then I will check that it is also prioritized correctly in the MIOs folder. Or maybe I will just actually add them all again. I also wanted to change the names to make them a bit more meaningful. So do we have a name for this thing here? Well, automotive is not the best, but okay, I guess we can save it as automotive. Let's see the priority first of all. Yeah, so the way I see it, this is already correct. Now, I may make a new video, by the way, in the end, a new priority here I mean, a new full video other than this this live stream. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm a bit sleepy. But overall, we want to prioritize the production cost reduction early on. So you produce more, and then you just go for the normal buffs for trucks and motorized. More breakthrough is always nice. Less fuel usage because you don't normally need extra speed on motorized on trucks. They are already the fastest thing you have, most likely. Then more breakthrough, then more harness, this is always good, and then more breakthrough at the cost of production cost, especially since this one gives soft attack, but only to motorized rocket artillery, so it's useless. Then we have mechanized, so this comes into the game quite a bit later. Now, the production cost reduction here could be nice. The reasoning though is that later in the game you care a bit less about production cost, and getting some extra armor on mechanized can be nice. Then you get more harness, that's always good. And finally, defense is not probably the most useful. I would take extra breakthrough, although you could go defense depending on how you use them. And we cannot go for this one because we already picked this one. So that's done. That's it. Let's take a look at the policy as well. So for the policy, I think assembly line optimizers is always a very, very solid one. Yeah, so it's going to be assembly line optimizers. So let me do something, maybe something like this for the screenshot. And it's fun that the flag of Switzerland will be in it. I don't think you can see that I'm taking a screenshot. No, you cannot. Okay. Okay. So that would be that would be the final one for, let's call it automotive. Or should we call it motorized? Yeah, I don't like automotive. Let's call it motorized. Not that this matters particularly, but I'm always so confused as to what is happening here. So I will delete the truck, and now hopefully when we go here we can just do motorized. Yeah, it should work. Okay, let me also save it now on my computer as motorized. So then this will be uploaded to the members folder. And let's move on to the next one. So we go for artillery. Again, this is the default one. Let's go on and check. I think artillery this time is correct, the name. Let's quickly check the priority. It should be correct though. So we start with production efficiency gain, more production efficiency gain, soft attack for production cost, production efficiency gain and cap. Then we go for breakthrough. The alternative is defense, breakthrough is better. And we go reliability because we don't have any other choice. Then we want to pick the soft attack, but for that we also need rapid fire, so that's correct. And finally we go for this one for production cost, breakthrough and defense. And only after all of that we get some extra hard attack and breakthrough on towed artillery. I think that's the best option, unless you want... No, because towed anti-air and tank is mostly useless, so we don't use them. And that's good. And as for the policy, I think that's another easy assembly line optimizers by default. Let's go something like this. Take a screenshot. These are the easy ones, boys. Then we'll get to some of the more complicated ones. And this is going to be our artillery. To clean up my screenshots folder a bit. That's good to hear, Vegeta. That's really good to hear. How will you know if a certain bonus is additive or multiplicative? I don't think you know generally. I mean, you need to look it up because the game doesn't usually tell you. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is infantry. Yeah, okay, infantry equip, I think it's the right name. Now, this one here, let's check that the priority is correct before we move on. So we start with soft attack reliability. The alternatives are not as good, so that's good. Then we go for production efficiency gain, as usual, and production efficiency cap and output, again, always prioritizing production. Now at this point we can go down this path or this path. Here we get 3% soft attack breakthrough. Here we get defense, reliability, and then 5% soft attack, 3% breakthrough. So you get more soft attack down this path, and especially you don't get the production efficiency gain minus 5%. So even though defense is not that good, I prefer going down the left path first. Then we go down this path for the extra soft attack and breakthrough. And finally we get hard attack and piercing, which... Actually, no, that's not true. Wait, why do we get this? Okay. Yeah, I guess actually this makes sense. It's nice to get some hard attack and piercing a bit earlier. So we get for this one, then this one, this one. And then later on more breakthrough and more defense and hard attack. These ones are not particularly good, actually, because of the production cost. But the assumption is that by the point you get there... in your run, you don't have production efficiency and production cost problems anymore. If you do though, I would definitely skip these last two and just pick this one. But yeah, for now we are good with these, so this was already correct as well. And yeah, we go for the usual assembly line. Let me do like this. Okay. Okay. And so we have our infantry equip. Next. Oh, we have another automotive, but it's the same thing. In Switzerland. Crazy. And we have another artillery, but it is the same thing. What's wrong with Switzerland, guys? What are they doing here? Well, whatever. Okay. Let's go for our aircrafts now. So we start with the light air. This might be a little bit more complicated. Let's also call it light aircraft in this case, but after we check the priorities here. We start with efficiency gain, that's okay. Then we would have reliability before we get some additional efficiency gain. Everything is wrong with Switzerland. Okay. So, some efficiency gain, but then in this case I opted not to go for the additional one because it's a bit further away. You need to get some reliability. It's 2 perks, but we can think about that later. On the other hand, we need both the first ones. No, we don't need both the first ones, but we do because we're going down the central path. So speed and agility, then production efficiency gain. At this point we have 3 options. Here we get air attack, ground attack, naval attack, air defense. Here we get speed and agility. Air attack is more important, so this is the better one. And this is for CAS, which should use a different MIO. Then air attack, ground attack, naval attack. Air attack, agility, speed is better for fighters, so we got this one. This one is again for CAS. And finally, we cannot pick this one because we didn't pick the previous one. So we go for air attack, range, speed. So this is definitely correct. Now at this point, I was going for more speed and agility. And only then the extra reliability and production efficiency gain. And then at the very end, because it's useless, range and naval attack. They should be addictive, but I am not entirely sure. I mean, I think when you get production efficiency gain plus 5% and then another production efficiency gain plus 5%, you get a buff to your production efficiency that is plus 10% to production efficiency gain. That's what I think happens. Now, the only little doubt I have here is whether it might be better to go down and get the extra efficiency gain here. The reliability is not super important on planes. But one could argue that you can go down this path first and then you go down the central one. Though there is some production efficiency gain here too. So if you rush this one, you actually get this one later. So I guess that's why I was going down this path. That said, they did nerf reliability on fighters a bit, because they nerfed reliability on machine guns. Heavy machine guns are getting nerfed everywhere. It's a disaster. So maybe getting some extra reliability early could be nice. So we could do the same thing, but these 3 first and then these ones. 3, 4, 5, I don't know. Because I do want the air attack as soon as possible. Air attack is the most important stat. So this is the only way to get it sooner. No, we stick to this. And now here we do have some more things though. We have perfect finish. No. No. Agility. Production output cost 5%. I think it's better to get efficiency gain and cap 5% though. Reliability, you could get it from there. Now, yeah, it's still assembly line optimizers. Fighter reliability is so annoying. At least low reliability on land units and ships don't take away your manpower. Planes blow up and not... oh yes, that's true. I mean, technically they are more likely to die to accidents. Air accidents are a thing. So when you train your air force, if you have low reliability... So the thing why reliability was always ignored is that Okay, it's maybe worth doing a little bit more research here. Let's check the reliability, because we might want to get the extra reliability now. So, well, let's do it both with... what is this huge mess? I don't want all of this stuff. Let's do it both on the basic one. So on the basic small airframe, we would be using the... Well, let's say the F1 because F1CA is a bit tricky. So where is the reliability here? What is the reliability? Reliability is here, 75%. So that's because machine guns now reduce reliability. 75% here. And what about our F2 design then? 72% on the F2. We lose a 7.5. This is the new nerfs, the heavy machine, relatively new, not very new. On the heavy machine guns, so 70% reliability is actually not great. Okay, yes, I changed my mind. I changed my mind, boys. So let's get the extra reliability first, because we get the production efficiency. We also lose less planes to attrition. I don't have time to do an extensive test and see how much of a difference having 80 reliability, 82% versus 72% does. But overall, I think it's probably safer to get the extra reliability. By the way, isn't the loading time much slower for you too? I don't know, since one of the latest patches, it takes forever for me to load the game. Both the first time and then something like this, going back to menu, it's stuck in here. Yes, yes, what the great Anonymous is saying is correct. Okay, so let's go back to our lovely... Actually, no, let's play something else this time. Let's do... Chile. Epic Chile. So, now Chile, of course, will not have any MIOs, and I'm screwed, of course. Okay, that was not a good idea. Go back to Switzerland so we finish this MIO at least first. Okay, so we change our mind. At this point then we go 1, 2, 3. Then these two are the same. Then we go here. Then we go here. 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 Okay. Now at this point we want more speed and agility. And then finally range and naval attack. Now I'm fairly satisfied with the way we're going. Okay, so this should be the small air MIO. And we stick to this one. Okay, so small airframe. Let's also save it. And let me remove the old one. Oh, fuck, it's not... it's light aircraft, not small airframe. Never mind. Light aircraft. What's happening? Like, this thing is so confusing. Okay, not this one, not... Why are they still there? What's happening? Okay, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Now, the general aircraft designer. I never use this one. So I guess this one, we cannot save a priority because it probably depends on what you're doing with it. I mean, if you're unlucky enough to get this one, But let's see. Let's see if there is anything meaningful in it. Otherwise, we'll just skip this one. You would ignore fighter reliability. You gotta train your fighters no matter what to have stats. And there is a little one can do to minimize air accidents if they just happen. Especially with those air advisors that give air XP not being able to be grinded like admirals and army chiefs. I don't know. The thing is, in any case, so if we go here, in any case, you also do this for the production efficiency gain. And so you get some extra production efficiency gain. You get 5% here, and you get another 5% here. So overall, yes, you do get your stats a bit later. But if you think about it, getting stats later makes more sense. Because early in the run, when you're getting the first perks, you generally don't fight much. So you focus more on prioritizing output. And this way we prioritize output and we reduce casualties to training from reliability. And then later in the run, as you need to fight, you start getting more of the useful fighting perks. I mean, that would be the reasoning. Though we must also consider that this is 6 perks. Now, this is usually what you get at the beginning of World War II. You usually have around 6 perks when you start World War II. So if we go down this path, we have 6 perks with this one. We don't have any of the buffs. If we give up on these 2, we would actually have 10% more air attack. You are maybe... you may have a point there. Because if we give up on these 2, we actually lose 10% reliability, 5% production efficiency gain. But we gain, assuming that we have 6 perks, we gain 10% air attack, 5% defense, 3% agility, 5% speed. These are quite important fighting stats. So the big question here is, does the extra 5% production efficiency gain make up for those stats early in the run? So you would have more planes. And then later on you will still get the stats. I don't think it's a huge difference overall. General aircraft designer, that first bonus, the fighter production buff, then the agility buff over the speed one. And yeah, we'll check, but I guess it depends on what you're making with the general one. The only doubt, if these 2 only gave reliability, I would never pick them. The doubt here is that this one also gives production efficiency gain, which is important. Though it's not really output, it's just efficiency gain. Yeah, I made a video about all of the plane stats, which covered speed as well. Though it didn't talk much about reliability, because at the time there wasn't that much we could do about reliability. A little undecided here, but I think I'll go back to the original one. Yeah, I think we're going back to this. I prefer the extra stats, honestly. No. Yeah, I prefer the extra stats. Never mind. Okay. Now, if anything, I guess you could go Mechanical Genius and get the 10% reliability from here if you feel like you need it. Though Cap and Gain is really, really good, so Assembly Line is always a great choice. Okay, let's save this one too then. Okay, now let's do this general aircraft designer. So what options do we have here? So this is for fighters, heavy fighters, scout planes. This is for close air support, tactical bombers, strategic bombers. This is for naval bombers. Yeah, so this doesn't make sense because it depends on what you're using it for. And there isn't much of a choice either way. So the only options, the only choices you have are here. I mean, I guess I could save it showing the overall priorities, because you can take all of them, but Not for me, Psy, but yeah. So, as you know, guys, this week I'm not recording a new video. Last week I recorded 2. So this week I'm skipping the new video recording, and I decided to at least do a couple of lives, which is a bit more relaxing for me. I don't need to do all of the editing, which is a bit tedious. So it's summer. Want to slow down a little bit the rhythm, especially now with the open beta. We don't know what's going to happen, so no point in getting burned out right now. Okay, so let's say that we want to prioritize them. At least I want to show you which one to pick, which ones to pick between these two. So let's say normally you would go for fighters. They are the priority. So let's go for fighters. Then between max speed and agility, I forgot which one is more important, but I have it in the tier 3 membership folder. Let me check. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, where is it? All stats explained. Air combat stats. Okay. Agility is more important than speed. Generally speaking, agility is more important than speed. Yeah, okay, then we go agility. And then we go this one, because there is no other option. Now this is for CAS, and this is for naval bomber, so let's do the CAS. So for CAS we have air defense or speed. Air defense is more important than speed, so we go air defense. This one. Naval bombers, we have naval targeting and surface detection and agility. Naval targeting is more important, so we go naval targeting. And most likely we go for the usual assembly line optimizers. And this was the... What is this called again? General aircraft. Okay. Done with this one. So we're done with this one. We're done with this one. Let's see what we have in here. Escort shipbuilders. Never use this shit because it's useless. But let's do it anyway. So this is for escort destroyers mostly. So if it is for escort destroyers, because I mean you wouldn't use it unless you're desperate. You wouldn't use this for light attack screens. I mean, I guess maybe we could assume that you go for light attack screens. Though the raiding one is, if you don't have anything else, I guess you would pick this one. What should we do? Should we pick this as like the optimal choice for a logical build, so for the best build for screens? Or assuming that you have other options, you would pick this one. You wouldn't pick this one if you had other options though. So if you only have this option, what would you do? Let's stick to that. Okay then. So at that point, if you have no other options, you would go for light attack most likely on your screens, because at least you can use light attack destroyers or cruisers if you go for this one. MIOs were not a good addition to the game in my opinion, but at least better than what they are doing now. Ruthless contracts into assembly line optimizer maybe takes long to pay off. Ruthless contracts for the fun gain. I don't know though, because you need the size at 5 already to pick this one. So no, I would go right away for what was the other one that you said? Assembly line optimizers. Yes, yes. These ones actually don't have assembly line optimizers, so. Yeah, because the Navy ones don't have it. I found agility now is far more important than speed. Agility is more important than speed, yes. We've seen high agility interwar planes absolutely wrecking basic planes simply because of higher agility. Is that realistic? No. It is. Okay, so let's prioritize light attack on ships in general. So we wouldn't go anti-air here, though this is very situational, I guess. But let's say we go for light attack. So we get light attack on screens. We get more light attack on screens. Then we get more light attack on screens. Actually, that's a lot of light attack on screens. This may not be that bad. If it had some visibility stuff. So this one... And this one we can also pick, because they require one of the following. So production output, nice. Maybe we should pick this one before the other ones. Yes, let's do something like this. For this we need both. And then you can probably pick the anti-air, because at this point you don't care about sub detection in general. So something like this would be probably right. Okay. Yes, no, that's correct. No. Okay. And for the screenshot, let's go for the policy. For Navy policies, what was I doing now? Yeah, probably welding specialist. Production output cost is good. This is only for carriers. But it's actually not that bad for the range. There is also the light battery and heavy battery hit chance, which is not bad. Yes, this one is not terrible either. Tricky one. I wouldn't... This is a light attack oriented setup, no, for this MIO, so maybe stable gunnery would work. Vertical integration. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. But the problem is you get this one... No, you know what? You get this one a bit late for it to make sense. Because you already need 5 perks. So you usually get this around World War II. So at that point, considering that... Production out, welding specialist is just a safe choice. You just get some extra output. That's always good. Though light stable gunnery platforms is not bad either. Light battery hit chance is also good, and at that point you may need it more. But yeah, I will go welding specialist just because it's the safe default choice. Then you can adjust it depending on your run and what you need the most. This is the default one, so. Okay, so this was the escort shipbuilders. Save it. And the one before we did before, what was it called again? General aircraft. Okay. Okay, what else do we have? Nothing. And then we have a heavy tank designer. Okay, this would be interesting because I never make them. I switch over to welding after I've sorted out the resource situation. Yeah, well, I want something as simple as possible because changing... most of the time, honestly, I forget to pick policies because you don't get a notification. So most of the time, I just don't pick policies. But when I do remember, I just want to have to remember once, ideally. Do I have a tank saved? No, I don't have a heavy tank saved because we never use heavy tanks. So let's assume we are using heavy tanks for some weird reason. What would we make with them? I don't know, man, because heavy tanks in single player don't make any sense, and saving it would make more sense for multiplayer, but in multiplayer you would need piercing and hard attack, for example, instead of soft attack. Though I do see some production efficiency, so most likely we would be good. We would be going down the production efficiency here at least. difficult to tell for heavy tanks, honestly. Very, very troublesome for a single player scenario, because I cannot imagine a situation in which you want to make them. Now, they're nerfed even more with the turrets nerf, so you literally never want to make heavy tanks. So do we do this as thinking in a multiplayer way? So assuming that you're playing multiplayer, what have you? No, because that doesn't make sense. The whole guide is made for single player MIOs, not multiplayer ones, although most of them are in common, but... yeah. So... let's say that we're doing this for single player. So we start with production efficiency cap. We get some extra reliability on heavy tanks, is not that bad. We go for production efficiency cap and gain. Yes. No, probably. Max speed and fuel usage depends on what you're using them for. You're probably not using them for speed. You're using them with infantry, most likely, because that's the main role or usage for heavy tanks. They already have a lot of breakthrough, though the extra reliability might be good. Armor probably makes sense, but here we have production efficiency gain, so we go for the production efficiency gain. Then we go for soft attack, which makes sense. Now at this point we need to choose between reliability breakthrough, armor defense, extra armor, extra breakthrough. If you're using them with infantry, I guess you could use the extra breakthrough more than the extra armor. So let's go this. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced, but fuck it. And now, what do we have for tanks? I mean, I guess heavy tanks production efficiency cap 5% is not bad. Cutting corners, I don't love it. Extra harness is sometimes nice. Extra armor is sometimes nice. Extra reliability is sometimes needed. Vertical integration can be useful depending on the situation. So there are several good options, but let's go for the safest one once again. Let's give them the production efficiency cap by default, and then you adjust it depending on the situation. Mornumg. All right. So this is the heavy tank designer. Might need to be adjusted in future because I never use it, so I don't know in practice how well it would work. Like, for example, maybe you could use the extra speed here. No, probably not though. What's the topic? Just updating all of the MIOs. So every single one, because I made a guide about them, but I never covered every single one. For example, I didn't have one for heavy tank designers. I want to have one, first of all, for myself, so that whenever I play, I can just always load a saved MIO. And yeah, so that's the priority. So I think we're done with these ones that Switzerland has. Let's move on to something else. Let's go. Yeah, I meant to be Chile, but we are China. That's okay. Do they even have MIOs? They do. Look at this. They have a fucking light armored manufacturer for fucking light armored cars. Never seen this before in my life. I need to do the default ones first, and then the country-specific ones. That was the idea, but I don't know which countries have specific ones exactly. Okay, but I've never seen this one before, so let's get into these armored cars. So armored cars are garbage, but you get also something for light tanks. Let's see how this works. So all of the buffs in here are for armored cars and light tanks. Okay, interesting. Exactly, you should never make heavy tanks. So the one we did earlier was useless, but for completion I want to have all of them. Okay, so let's see what the production is. This reminds me of something. This is the same as wait, this is the same as another one that I've seen somewhere else. This is the infantry. Isn't this the infantry tank one? I think it is. It's just called differently, but it is the infantry tank one, this one. So in that case, I mean, it has something a bit different. It is a bit different, but it is similar to that one. So on the right path, you get the soft attack, right? 5% here. That's it. It's terrible. So the right path must be later for sure. So we start with the left path. Now on light tanks, you don't generally need reliability though. You don't particularly need defense either. And max speed, you don't need any of these. But okay. Because we need to pick them both in any case. So let's take the defense and speed first, because light tanks don't, and armored cars don't usually need reliability, but then either breakthrough or reliability and max speed. Let's go breakthrough, it's more important. Then let's get this one, then let's get this one. Then resource need 15% or armor and defense 10%. These are both fairly bad. If you have the resources, this one is not particularly good. If you don't have the resources, I guess this one could be useful. It's interesting that you get a minus 15% resource needed here, and then you can get another minus 15%, so they can make them very, very cheap. I guess if you're making this build, it could make sense to make them cheap. Then we go here, then we go here. And then we go for extra, less fuel usage maybe. Because hard attack is not very useful. Maybe the armor. I don't know. This is a Poorsman armored build, so I assume you don't have fuel because you're poor. Because you're making these shitty tanks and armored cars. Okay, so what we go here? They have less stuff than other people here. Literally don't know what to pick here at this point. They have nothing good. I'm checking what you guys are saying, but or do we get the do we want the armor? Do we maybe get the armor and get a vertical integration here because there is nothing else good? Let's do that. So let's say that we go armor, not resource needed. Then we go extra armor here. Then we also go extra armor here. So we get a lot of armor at least. And then we go vertical integration for the resource need. Because nothing else is particular. Or no, at this point, then we go for extra armor, though, probably. Yeah, let's also go for extra armor here. I don't know. It's a shitty MIO. That, luckily, I'd never seen before. What is it called? Light armored. Okay. Okay, what else? Wow, they have a fucking shitload of MIOs, this goddamn Chinese. But infantry weapons, we have done it already. It's our infantry equip, and it's all good. There are no differences, so that's done. Artillery is done. Automotive is what? Another infantry, another automotive. Yeah, let's have more of them. Then support equip. Okay, this one we need to do. I have one, but I'm not entirely convinced by it, so let's do it again. So, is that MIO unique to China? Fox? Now, these can be applied to infantry equipment and to support equipment, but normally for infantry equipment you would use the infantry weapons, not the support one. So let's say that we focus on support equipment here. And this stuff is actually only for infantry equipment, while this stuff is for support equipment. So, the research bonus is not bad, honestly. So I don't know, so the research bonus applies to everything that can be researched with these, which is support equipment stuff. Let me see exactly what can be researched with that. So for this one you would probably use infantry, not support, but for this stuff here, you'd use support. All of this stuff, right? So these ones too. That's quite a lot of stuff that you can, all of these support companies, engineer company and so on. That's actually not bad. Which I can never find this shit. Where is it? Exactly. So for infantry equip, we definitely we ignore the infantry equip part because it's not a priority. But let's assume that we use this for support equipment indeed. So the question here is, do we want to go for extra research bonus right away? Because this seems like a pretty good deal. You get some extra research bonus by picking them with these MIO. You don't pick the next one because fun gain is probably not as needed, or maybe we get it and then we don't get the infantry equip one. Fun gains mean we get more perks faster, so I guess it could make sense to pick it. Then we go for production resource need, yes. Then we go efficiency cap, we go efficiency cap, yes. Yes. And we go more efficiency gain. Then we have either research bonus again or production output. So this would be late in the run. This research bonus is probably a bit less impactful than production output, though later in the run you also don't need production output that much for support equipment. And techs are technically more important. So later in the run, you need to produce less because you already have a lot, most likely. But you still need the technologies. So probably the research buff. Probably the research buff. So research buff right away, then faster perks, then we go production efficiency, then we go more research buffs. I think it makes sense. Then we pick the infantry equip ones, but randomly because we're actually not going to use them. They are really bad. What do you mean max speed? I guess technically we could make it, we could go for a piercing hard attack. We can do that anyway. They're so bad I don't know what to pick because you'd never use them anyway. Well, let's do it randomly. No point wasting time here. So something like this is fine. And here we go back to our assembly line optimizers for sure. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Let's go. This is better than what I saved before, I think. And this is the... this is the support equipment. Okay. Good. We're done here. What do they have here? They have the light aircraft. It's the usual one, so we already have our saved one. That's good. Then I have the medium aircraft. No, I don't think I have this one. Yeah, I don't have this one. Oh boy. Let's do the medium aircraft. I wasn't doing that one specifically for China though. It's just why we are randomly picking China, but these MIOs, I want to make them the generic ones, not specifically for China. So if you use medium planes, well, we have a lot of production efficiency gain. That's good. Gain and cap. That's good. So that's an easy one. What do we have in here? Air defense, speed. Then we have range output, range air attack, air defense. This is very good. Range ground attack, air defense. Well, I assume you're making medium planes to make fighters, because there wouldn't be any other reason to make medium planes. And if you make them for fighters, then okay, I think I have it. So air defense, production efficiency gain, production efficiency gain. This is only for transport planes. Let's be careful there. So no. Okay. Naval attack, so this is only for naval bombers, so we don't care. So let's go agility, let's go defense. Now we go... Wait, to pick this one, what do I need? I guess I need this one to pick this one. Can I just pick it? How does this work? What do I need to pick this one? Why is there no why is there no line connecting it to anything? It doesn't say anything though. It doesn't say I need something to pick it. I mean, it's terrible anyway, but it's actually terrible. I don't want this. This is such a bad MIO. Oh my god. What do you mean CAS for range? Medium planes are terrible at CAS. Like absolutely terrible at CAS. They're so cost ineffective. I mean, okay, we get the speed, then we need to pick this shitty one. Then we go air defense, max speed, and then we go... So range output, no, because we already have the range output, is nice. So air attack, air defense is more important. So we go air attack, air defense. Then we pick the shitty ones. Okay, that's a terrible MIO. Yeah, assembly line. We have assembly line, so let's go assembly line. Okay, and this shit was the medium aircraft. They fit 2 per more ground attack per CAS slot. In Asia there is no Air Force unit range now, but they are still terrible. I mean, okay, let's go over that quickly. They are extremely cost ineffective because they cannot be CAS. They can only be tactical bombers. I don't even have them. Let's get them. Oh no, I do have them. Where are they? It was there. Ah, it is there, sorry. Yeah, okay, so let's say you want to make a C2. So the first problem is you're forced to use a medium bomb base, which have bad ground attack. Then at this point we would go for heavy bomb blocks, most likely. I don't know how many you can put, but let's see. Put 3 of them, okay. Let's not put the MIO for now. What would we use here? The range is already good. Oh, let me save it for now, like this. I can... the weight, okay, the weight is a problem. So yes, so we use 2 engines. Is that enough? That should be enough. Yeah, it's enough. Okay. Now let's do the usual one. Okay, let me maybe remove these modules for the time being, just to make a comparison, but you want to use strategic material, non-strategic material usage, but this destroys the air defense, and I'm not using it here. But let's leave the module below empty, so we make a comparison between the two. So, close air support, we have a ground attack of 30. And close air support, we have a ground attack of 25. This is a... yeah, small bomb bay... no, medium bomb bay is not cost effective. But you cannot not use it, you need to use it. I mean, you would use something else, you wouldn't use a bomb, you would use a fighter, a machine gun instead. No, I don't have an anti-tank gun because you never research anti-tank guns. But let's say that you research anti-tank guns. Okay. I do have an anti-tank gun actually. Probably. I have the basic one probably, but normally I wouldn't have it. Wait, where is the anti-tank gun? This one, anti-tank cannon? Instead, you're talking instead of the heavy bomb blocks? There is no way this is more effective than the heavy bomb blocks. It gives the same ground attack, but it's way more expensive. And it's heavier. It doesn't make sense. Now, this is the most you can get in terms of ground attack, man. And it's bad. It's really bad. I mean, you can make it cheaper if you use, yes, if you use the non-strategic, but it's just bad. So when you compare it to the C2... Okay, let's say that because of the extra air defense, you can use a non-strategic. Let's say that you put this one here to get the you get the same defense in this way, okay. But it's still bad. The tactical bombs and 2 anti-guns. Okay, let's do that. So, so the tactical bombs are these ones, and then you want to add 2 anti-tank cannon. And what about the last slot? Then we'll go back to MIOs quickly, because that medium planes are bad for CAS is not in doubt. So this is the design you would use. The first one, you don't have any other option. You can only use this one. Either you either use a machine gun, or you need to use a medium bomb bay. There is no other option. So if you do this one, if you save this one as it is, you have 22 ground attack, 52 cost. Although, of course, this is much more effective. This is the most effective thing you can do. And by the way, you can also naval bomb with these ones. With other ones, you cannot. So... yeah, so at this point you get 30 ground attack, production cost is 45. Here you get 25 ground attack, production cost is 24. There is not even a comparison. It's obviously much better to use this one. And by the way, if you go for this one and you make it like this, so at this point, if you make a comparison, 27 to 45, but here you have... so 25, 13 air defense, and also the same range. Basically the same range. Now at this point, to improve the range here, you would need to use something like extra fuel tanks. then the range can become insane. And this would be the only, really the only reason to use this thing. But the air defense is so bad at this point. I mean, air defense on cast is not particularly important, but... No, what are you guys talking about? The anti-tank bomb is not better. The anti-tank cannon is not better for anything. You just need to look at the stats down there. The stats down there are easy to see. So, close air support, ground attack 8, weight 6. This one is ground attack 8, weight 8. Production cost 5, production cost 4. Production cost 1, sorry. How is the anti-tank better in any situation? There is no way anti-tank cannon is better in any situation than heavy bomb blocks. With the added buff bonus that heavy bomb blocks can be used to naval strike, while anti-tank cannot be used for naval strike. So, yeah. So that's it. Okay, let's go back to our work here, or I will not have time to finish it, and I really want to finish it today. So, we're done with this MIO. Did we finish it in the end? I think we finished it, right? We did. Okay, that's good. Okay, done. Now, what do we have here? Okay. Do I have this one? I don't. That's extremely sad. So this is for carriers, most likely, right? I think the task force shipbuilders was mainly used for carriers. Let's see what we have. Guys, why are you... What do you mean good for logistic strike? What? They don't offer any advantage. Where are they? You can logistic strike with the heavy bomb blocks. 8 ground attack, 6 weight. Okay. Where is the freaking anti-tank cannon? It's 8 ground attack and 8 weight, and you can do the same thing. So they don't have any advantage in any way. The news about the SPGs is terrible. Well, not only the SPGs, but... No, guys, what are you talking about? Anti-tank does not give more ground attack than heavy bomb blocks. They give the same ground attack. The ground attack is 8 for both of them, okay? 8 ground attack, you see, on close air support, on logistic strike. Production cost 1, ground attack 8, weight 6. Okay, then we go here. And here you get ground attack 8, weight 8, production cost 5. Okay, then you have a second one, that's true. That's the second one here. The ground attack becomes 15. The weight is 12. So you always need to consider the weight as well. First of all, it's insane to research the anti-tank just to get an anti-tank cannon. But then you always need to consider the ground attack per weight, because that's what you can fit on the plane. And per production cost, of course. So we can do the math here if you want. I mean, yes, then eventually you will get to the tier 3. How is the tier 3? No, is there even a tier 3? No, there is not tier 3. Or is that somewhere else? I don't know, because I never researched this shit. No, it's not here. There is not tier 3, right? So the best you can have is tier 2. Okay. So, yeah, okay, let's do the math. Let's do the math. So we need to check the ground attack per weight and the ground attack per production cost. Okay, 1 second. So ground attack is 15, weight 12. Weight 12. And production cost 8. The other one is Ground attack 8, weight 6, production cost 1. Why logistics? There is no difference. Okay, so we have some stats here. So, the first module, so the heavy bomb blocks, let me write it down in the stream. Heavy bomb blocks. They get ground attack per weight, ground attack per IC, no, sorry, this is not, this is the, this is the other one. Okay, let me do that again. This is the anti-tank. This was the anti-tank. Now, bomb blocks. So ground attack per weight is... and ground attack per IC. Obviously there is, I don't know why I'm wasting time on this because there is obviously no comparison, but yeah. Okay, so here you have the numbers. So if you use the anti-tank 2, you get a ground attack per weight of 125, okay? And a ground attack per IC of 1.8. If you use heavy bomb blocks, you get higher ground attack per weight, 133, and much higher ground attack per IC. And agility is not particularly relevant because agility on CAS is useless. So don't ignore agility. What matters, the only thing that matters is... no, it's not. Heavy bomb blocks make a more effective plane, not a more survivable plane. It's all about the efficiency of the plane. You should never look at the total numbers. You should look at the efficiency. The efficiency is obviously higher because you get more ground attack per weight and especially more ground attack per production cost. So you can have your heavy fighter, your medium CAS, which has more ground attack in general, but at the same time, it's not more than having 2 small airframe CAS with the same, with higher ground attack. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah, just use the numbers that I just gave you. It's more ground attack per IC and more ground attack per weight. That's easy. It's not really complicated. In addition, of course, to being a better technology and allowing you to do naval strike, which is extremely important. So there is absolutely no reason. The only reason to make medium CAS is if range is an absolute priority, but that's not really a point because you can make the small airframe have more range if needed by sacrificing air defense. So that's okay. Yeah, guys, in battle, nothing changes. The math is ground attack divided slot max. No. No, the math is ground attack divided production cost and weight. Because, especially production costs, because the fact that you can have higher ground attack on a medium plane doesn't make it better than a small airframe because you need to look at the production cost. By the time you make 1 medium plane, I made 2 small airframes. My 2 small airframes combined have more ground attack than your single medium plane. So I have a better efficiency plane. That's the easiest way to explain it. Exactly. Medium CAS is terrible. But there are some situations in which you may want to go medium cast. So you don't want to go medium cast, but if you want to make medium fighters, since you already researched the medium airframe for medium fighters and you want to have similar range, then in that specific case, you may want to make medium cast, because you don't want to research both interwars, both small and medium at the same time. That's annoying. So if you just go for medium, then you may stick to that. By the way, you should still use the heavy bombs and not the anti-tank, even if you go for medium planes. There is no... The planes don't work in that way, but also to end the conversation, at least about the modules, it's better to use. Does air defense do nothing to anti-air? No, air defense is defense against enemy planes, not against anti-air, as far as I know. So yeah, so the comparison would be between. Where the fuck is it now? Okay, let's do the models down there. We agree that don't matter. Let's go for this one. Okay, save it. What did it save it with? So now let's get the tech here. Okay, now let's make the same plane. God, this shit. Let's use the anti-tank cannon. You can only use one. You can only use one anti-tank cannon too, by the way. I didn't even know that. So you would need to use both? I don't know, what would you do? This doesn't make any sense in any case. I don't know, whatever. So 29 ground attack versus 30 ground attack, it's still worse. Okay, let's add also the heavy bomb blocks, or do you want to add another? You cannot save it because it's now too heavy. You want to add another anti-tank cannon? You cannot save it because it's too heavy, so you need to go triple engine, so the price becomes absolutely insane. I don't know the logic behind that, but in any case, it's clearly wrong. But okay, let's move on, guys, because... fuck myself. And this was supposed to be a short stream. Fuck my life. Okay, that's all good. Task forces, this shitty thing. So max range, 5% fuel usage, production cost seems very good. For range and speed, I would take the trade. Speed is good, though. This is for, most likely for carriers. This bank. Screen and... so this is for carriers, yes. Also destroyers for some reason. So on carriers, is there anything that makes sense? I guess some anti-air would be good on carriers. And definitely production costs because they are extremely expensive. Armor on carriers is useless. Speed is always good. Range and fuel usage may be okay. But speed and fuel usage is probably more important. HP is good. Yeah, so here I would have no doubts about the production cost for sure. Okay, I would probably go something like this. Then we get the other production cost. So that's a minus 25% production cost. Pretty fast. That's pretty nice. What else do we have that is good in here? This is for cruisers. We have some production output here, which could be nice. I think I would go for full production because the only thing you care about on carriers is actually the deck size. Other than that, production is the priority. So let's go production here. Then I would really like to get HP, but that's quite a trip to get. Armor is useless, so let's go anti-air maybe. Let's go anti-air and then... well, then we need to go armor. Then I prefer HP over... Speed and fuel usage, yes. Range is not usually a big factor. And then we got this one. So I think this is pretty much set up. And for the policy here, now we finally have a good one, which is... oh, don't we? Yeah, space efficient design is actually good. We also get the range from here, so no problem with the range. Yep, so I'd say this is a good... this is a good carrier one. So this one is called what? Task Force Shipbuilders. Okay. Task Force. Let me save it. And what was the other one I didn't say before? It was the... yes, the medium plane one. Let me go back to that 1 second. God damn it. Medium aircraft. Yeah, I'm an idiot, Qua. I shouldn't waste that time. Yeah, it's easy. You see the IC, and that's it. Done. We're done with China. Let's move on to something else. Random countries to see if there is any missing MIO. These 3 we have done. General aircraft we have done. Escort shipbuilder we have done. Oh, we have a new one. Okay, standardized production. Now, this is a pretty good one, I believe. Isn't this the default medium tank one? I think it is. So this one, I do have it saved, no? No, why not? What the hell? No worries. We get to the special ones later. Okay, so for this one, we have the good efficiency buffs in here. Yeah, these 3. This is the combo of the efficiency, the output and efficiency cap, which is very good. However, the soft attack is all in here. So these ones are easy. It's 1, 2, 3 necessarily. We get a total of 7% soft attack. This stuff is irrelevant. Defense is irrelevant. Production output cost 2%, minus 2%. In here we get... so normally we would use this for medium tanks. Wait, I have the feeling that this was nerfed, but maybe I'm wrong. So either way, I would go production efficiency first, soft attack later. So do we start with speed or reliability? Probably speed, because sometimes if you use this for infantry tanks, you don't have enough speed at the beginning. It doesn't change that much anyway. So let's do 1, 2, then 3. Now we need to choose again between reliability, speed, and breakthrough. I'll take reliability speed just in case, because I have the feeling that reliability will be a lot more important soon. Again, it's not the biggest difference. Then this one for sure, then this one, this one, this one. Okay, this should be easy. And here we go. This one is fairly free for tanks, normally. So harness, armor, and also reliability can all be decent options. By default... yeah, by default maybe armor. By default, maybe armor, but these 2 are both good. Arguably, harness is more important than armor, but it depends. So let's do armor. Okay, and this was the standardized production. Game is always trying to fuck me up by making me overwrite the previous one. So many freaking MIOs. Okay, so we are done with all of these ones. Let's tag some other random country. What do you have here? Infantry, we did it, we did it, we did it. This is the same one for everybody, right? We did it. Nah! Why is it not the same one? What the fuck? What? Because it's called differently? Ah, no, because this is only for armored cars. It's the same as the previous one, but this is only for armored cars. Yes, let's make life harder for everyone, Paradox. Okay, let me see how we save the armored car one. What was it called? Light armored. It's exactly the same one. It's also the same as the light tank, but it's just a different name. Okay. Armored. Why do they have nothing here? I literally don't know what fucking policy to pick. Okay, so this we are done. This one is different. This one is different for Sweden. Yeah, this is a unique Sweden one. They get fucked. I don't make it for Sweden. Standardized production. This is the usual one. Yes, this is the usual one, just with a different name, just in case you were not confused enough. Now it's because they have an additional one here. Yeah, boys, I don't think I'm going to do the country-specific ones. I will lose my life on it. I'll make them maybe when I make the specific country guide. It's okay. Yes, when you have additional ones, pick them. What do we have here? Raiding shipbuilders. This should be done. Just change the name. Let's check the priority and see it's correct. So of course we go for speed. Then the absolute priority is always visibility reduction. So visibility reduction, visibility reduction for submarines, visibility reduction for screens and capitals. Torpedo attack to get to the production output. That's good. Then we can also pick this one. Visibility reduction on capital ships. Visibility reduction on capital ships. This we cannot pick anymore. This we cannot pick because we need this one. Range and speed, nice. This we cannot pick. And finally, actually we picked this one before that. Why? Because max speed. I see. So after this one... Yeah, this makes sense because this is mostly used as a screens build. And for screens, you want to prioritize speed before you get buffs for capital ships. Although, yeah, this is arguably less important. We might put this one as last instead of number 7, honestly. Yes, Targonius, exactly that. Paradox cannot wait. They are just waiting. They are probably watching the stream. Then, as soon as I'm done, they'll just change all of the MIOs. That's what happens. I don't know. Do we get the extra speed for... it's also for capital ships, though. This is speed for everybody. Speed for everybody is nice. Speed is also reduced hit chance, so no, I'll stick to it. I'll just change the name to Raiding Shipbuilders. And policy... yeah, policy really depends here, because if you use light attack oriented stuff, this is the best. But if not, yes, that's the usual welding specialists. Done. Okay. Yeah, this one we haven't done. So battle line shipbuilders. So this is for battleships and cruisers. Raiding can be applied to... Can it be applied to carriers? And it is true that you can pick this one. So you say that if you pick this one, then you can apply it to carriers. Okay. I mean, I guess, of course, if you're going for carriers, you want to use that one. But the default one would be this. Battle line. Battleships, cruisers. Battleships are not the best. If you were to make battleships, you would probably go for anti-air. If you're making cruisers, you want to use the raiding shipbuilders, not the battle line shipbuilders. Because we... so this is battleships and cruisers. The HP is nice. And this is for all cruisers. This is only for capital ships. And this is only for Sweden. Fucking Sweden. I hate Sweden. Let's move away from Sweden. They have too many weird stuff. Let's go Spain. Spain doesn't exist. Let's go Portugal. We'll do that one later. So this one is done. Standardized is done. Light aircraft with done. Infantry support automotive. Let's go Albania. Done. Okay, I think that we finished most of the basic ones. Let's do Turkey. Done. Okay, here we have interesting stuff. Good. So light aircraft is done, but range focused is done. Yes, but I will rename it. This is a new one that is not in the folder yet. Let's make sure it's correct. This one is a bit tricky though. So we get air attack, then we get agility, makes sense. Then we get range, it makes sense. Then we get, this is only for medium, so we don't care. This is for small too, range and speed. Then we go range only for medium, but that's only to get this one, which is for small. But we don't need this one. Wait, this is a bit broken. Why am I doing this? This seems broken. It's different from Germany. Let's see. Such a mess, the freaking MIO is such a fucking mess. Is it? Why is it different? Let me see. Because when I made this, I made it for Germany. Yeah, so I was going this path to pick this one, which was air attack. But that's because it's Germany. So when you do it as Turkey, you don't have that one. When you do it as Turkey, there is a missing one here. Oh, it's this one. No, because this is only for medium planes. Such a mess. Okay, we need to do this one again for the default one, assuming and hoping that this is the default one. And then Germany has their own specific one, which we will save as Germany. Okay, let's do this one again then. So air attack is still correct. And range is correct, so we need to get that one. Okay. This one is also correct, because it's range and max speed. But then this one is only on medium. And this one is on everybody, but you don't use this MIO for CAS usually. And this is only for medium, so this one is not useful. And this one is not useful. This one is useful, but it requires advanced machine tools. This one is indeed useful. This is only for medium. This is only for medium. only for medium, only for medium. And this is only for transport. Yeah, so I guess this is it in terms of the important ones. Small air attack, small range and speed. So yeah, we're prioritizing range, and that's okay. And we also get some extra range by default, which is also good. And then eventually you get a lot of range and agility here for all small, which is good. And this is also for small, and it's good. Probably you cannot pick it though, but you still need it for the next one. So after this, the rest is irrelevant mainly. Well, let's assume that well, let's still go for these ones. And then let's just get the stuff for medium, even though we are not using medium. So we don't get the notifications. Okay, so this is done, and this is the range focused. Let's also save the policies for this one, which will be the usual ones, I think, no? Assembly line, yes. So, okay, we got the range focus done. Now, since we are at it, let me tag Germany and save the German one too. Their special range focused one. This one is a bit different, and it was range fighters. Because in this case, so first of all we had this one, then 6, 7, okay, that's the same, 8, 9, that's because we're going for 10, air attack and agility on all small, then we go 11, 12, that's the same as earlier, okay, then this is for transport, and this is related to the size, and not using it in other organizations too. And this is for other specific stuff, so we are not going to include it. Yeah, I think it's okay to leave it like this then. Let me save it as range focused GER. Or maybe GER. Okay. Did it save it? Did it really rename the other one? It did. Okay, that's good. Okay, so light aircraft, we did it. Range focus, we did it. CAS, I have it. It should be a fast one. Let's check it. So ground attack. Is there any more? So ground attack is the absolute priority here. Although we do have some production efficiency gain. Maybe we can put this one first, actually. Ah, yes, we should put that first. Okay, let me do this again. So we have a lot of ground attack here. We have some range we don't, but let me see. No, yeah, it's a lot less ground attack. This is for the mixed ones. And agility, we don't care about agility. Okay, so let's get the production efficiency gain. Then all in on ground attack. So the next top ground attack is this one. Here we get 5, 5. Here we get 5, 10. So yes, 3 and 4, these ones. Then more ground attack. So let's get this one and this one. There is also a ground attack 5% here. Well, it's the same, but it also gives air attack, which is useless, but okay. Though this one requires heat bombs. Okay, so maybe you cannot pick it right away. There is also ground attack here. Let's go for these ones that are safer. So these ones require heat bombs. Heat bombs is a... It's what is heat bombs? Is it the name for something that you have, or is it the special project heat bombs? I think it's a special project. I think it's probably a special project. Okay, then if it is a special project, let's assume you don't pick this one right away. So let's go for this one for ground attack, and then we can get some air defense, and finally we get this one last. Unless I am misunderstanding. No, guys, sorry. I'm an idiot. Heat bombs is the name of this one. Never mind. No. Then 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's correct. Then this one. Okay, now we're good. We're good. And we go for assembly line optimizers again. Easy one. Okay, let's save it as Kassa. That's correct. That's already right. Good. Perfect. What do we have? Medium aircraft. We have done this one, right? We have done this one. Good. We can move on. Yeah, I didn't pick that one, but yeah. Done. Okay, what do we have here? The battle line. Okay, so we're back at the battle line, but not fucked up by Sweden. So we can now do this properly. The only big question here is what are we trying to do by picking battle line shipbuilders? Yeah, I mean, I guess this is a good example because Turkey, for example, doesn't have the raiding one. If you don't have the raiding one, then you're forced to do something else. Say that you want to make light cruisers, because making carriers as Turkey seems like a bit insane. You would probably go for this one though if you were making light cruisers, because here you can get a lot of light attack on screens. 10%, 15%, 20% light attack, and there is the output too. So not bad at all if you were to make, and the production output from the very beginning. So this is very good. So if you were making a light attack oriented destroyers or light cruisers, escort shipbuilders would be a great choice. Then why would you ever pick the battle line shipbuilders? What are you doing? Maybe you're doing heavy cruisers because you're insane. If you're making heavy cruisers, then what do you give them? Do we have any production thing? No. Difficult one. This seems pretty bad overall. So armor, not particularly important. So let's skip armor for now. And torpedo critical chance, nah. Anti-air, yes, in multiplayer, but this is single player, so we don't care. Light attack and light battery hit chance is nice though. And here we get heavy attack. So we already say that if you're making light attack oriented light cruisers, you make you go for the escort one generally. So maybe I wouldn't increase the production cost. Maybe heavy attack, light piercing. Then we try to get this one, which is probably the only good thing in here. Such a bad MIO, I don't know what to pick. There is no visibility reduction, there is nothing good in here. You're really screwed if you need to pick this one. No, let's... I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Let's do these ones just because you get some anti-air, which is useful. So you... Okay, so you go down this path. And then what do we do? Armor useless. This one is pretty bad. Okay, let's pick this one. Then light attack or heavy attack. What are we doing here? Because technically you want to go light attack even, but no, okay, let's do a heavy attack. Fine. Then let's pick yeah, armor, this one. Let's pick the extra HP and let's pick the extra speed, and that's it. Bad MIO. Very bad MIO. This is the battle line shipbuilders. No, what? Okay. Okay, done. What's next? Escort, we did it, yes. Battle line, we did it. Task force, we did it. Very good. Very good. Infantry tank and fast tank. These are new tank designers. I think I have it saved. I do have it saved. So let's take a look. So infantry tank is a pretty good one. In fact, it is most likely the best one. So infantry tank, we get armor and defense. Now we get a lot of soft attack here. Yeah, a lot of soft attack. And we also get amazing production buffs. I think it's already prioritized pretty well. So you go for the soft attack right away, then you go for the efficiency gain, cap and gain, production output cost, so more output. Then we go for the extra soft attack. Again, more soft attack. Then we go for breakthrough over reliability, though this one can be switched. Then you go max speed. Then you go armor. And finally more armor. This is the lowest priority. Speed definitely over defense. The only question here is maybe reliability over breakthrough depending on the situation, but this should be fine. So this one is already prioritized pretty well. We can save it. And we go... Again, this one depends a little bit, but assembly line is always good. Okay, screenshot taken. Infantry tank is already right, so that's perfect. Infantry tank, done. Fast tank. Okay, fast tank. I don't think I have fast tank because I don't generally use fast tank. So fast tank is for speed. You sacrifice armor and reliability. Now, what's good in here? Not this one. Not particularly. We get some soft attack here. Speed, reliability, speed. Breakthrough speed, reliability, production cost. It's overall a fairly bad MIO, I would say. But if you pick this one, you probably pick it for speed. Otherwise, I don't see many reasons to go for this one over something else. Unless you have nothing else available, you probably pick this for speed. Yeah, the right side seems pretty bad overall. But there is soft attack though. There is the soft attack here. On the left side, you can get the extra speed. But no need to prioritize this though. I guess you go all the way here. No, I would prioritize this one over this one though. Oh, this is very bad because you get production efficiency up 5%, but here you get production cost 5%, which is bad. So yes, so actually we don't want to go for this one. So the question here is, do we want to get the 7% speed, then defense is useless, and another 5% speed and breakthrough? What do we get? Defense is useless. Armor is mostly useless on this MIO, I have the feeling, but acceptable maybe. Soft attack is the only good thing, and then breakthrough and defense. Defense is useless. Yes, I agree, we go left. So speed, speed, again speed, then we go right. Defense, armor, soft attack, breakthrough and defense. And then finally we get these two. Pretty bad MIO. Fast tank, okay. No, why do you want to override the previous one? Why do you want to fuck up my work, Paradox? And we go assembly line. So at least we make them fast. If you want fast tanks, with light tanks you can get pretty fast tanks this way. And yeah, in a way, if you don't need to get engine ticks to increase the speed, you can make better tanks, but still only 5% of the attack from the whole MIO is terrible. While on this one you get 7%, no 8%, plus another 5%, that's 13% soft attack. Like that's huge. 13% soft attack is huge. So definitely always go infantry tanks when you can. Infantry tanks much superior. Done. Let's tag somebody else. Let's see what Greece has to offer. Something new. Light air, medium air, CAS. We did all of this stuff. I sometimes check just in case to make sure that they are the right ones. Enough. Yes, we are good. Infantry, artillery, we did it. Infantry weapons, artillery out, it's all good. Battle line, we did it. Raiding, we did it. Escort, we did it. Medium tank designer, we didn't do it. Okay, they have MAN. Epic. Fast tank and standardized production. Did we do standardized? Yes, we did standardized production. Okay, that's good. We did the fast tank. So we have the medium tank designers. These two are the exact same. No, they are not. Which one is the default one? I feel neither of them is the default one. This is the German one. Can we find anybody else that has some non-modified medium tank designer? Like Austria. Oh, Austria has the tank destroyer. Okay, they also have standardized production. Battle line. Oh, submarine. We need to do submarine. Robust light air. What the fuck is that? Artillery, infantry, fast, attack focused automotive manufacturer. What the fuck is this shit? It's a modification of motorized. Yeah, it stays the same. Fuck it. Okay. What the fuck is robust light aircraft? This one, it's a modification of light aircraft. Okay. Is it a relevant modification of light aircraft? Probably not. There's only one more here. Though definitely we would go down the right path and not the left path. But this stuff you can adjust when you play that country, because it's too specific. I cannot make it for every country. Though I need to remember to save it whenever I play as Austria. I will try to save the Austria modification, but not now. So this one is also different. Like they have specific things. Really hate MIOs. Like I hated them from day one. I will always hate them. But let's do a basic tank destroyer one at least, and then let's try to do some of the tank ones at least, and then I think we covered most of them. Taking forever. Fuck it. Okay, the problem is this one is depending on the type of tank destroyer that you make, and also you don't make tank destroyers in single player generally. So let's give him basic one. Let's assume you're going for medium tank destroyers. So you get this one. Then defense, production resource, defense armor. Let's go armor. Defense breakthrough reliability. Well, there is not much of a choice here. Breakthrough piercing reliability loss. Okay. Oh, this one you can pick earlier though. Another reliability loss. Awesome. Oh, this gives soft attack. But if you're making a tank destroyer, you're mostly making it... mostly making it for armor piercing hard attack. There's actually no hard attack. There is no hard attack. On a freaking... You kidding me? I mean, there is hard attack at the beginning. On a freaking tank destroyer, they didn't put hard attack. Awesome. Okay. They put soft attack. I mean, I guess you would still pick this one. For the heavy ones, what do you get? Piercing. You also don't get... You don't get hard attack on heavy tank destroyers, okay. Here you get some hard attack on the light ones. Only on the light ones. Yeah, random stuff, but I don't care because I'll never use this shit. Tank destroyer. You don't even get the shit, the good one here. This one. I don't even know how spirit work. Why do some countries have them, some others don't? Some of them. Submarines. I do believe I have this one. But it seems like something is fucked up. No, it's not. Probably not. Okay, let's check it. So, on the right side you get torpedo attack. And then you get production output, which is nice. But you don't get any visibility reduction. On the left side you get visibility reduction, which is more important. Then I was going for range, but just to get, I think, the additional visibility reduction, which is this one. Very important. We can pick this one too. Okay, that's good. So we get torpedo attack 2. And then we get production output with this too. That's nice. Then we get surface detection. Okay. Sub-visibility important. Okay. HP. Fine. That's good. More HP and sub-visibility reduction. That's good. Why was I not picking this one? Probably because it's a unique thing for this, for Austria. Because this stuff is very good, but I don't think normally you have this stuff. No, it also requires experimental anechoic tiles, so it's definitely unique stuff. So yeah, okay. So this is good enough. I wouldn't want to save it as Austria though, because it seems weird. Maybe Italy has one. Italy has one. This seems more normal. Yeah, other than this shit up here, I think this is the normal one. So let's save it here. And this would be the submarine. Yeah, submarine. That said, most of the time when you have access to raiding ship builders, it's better to use raiding ship builders even for submarines. This is the beta version, but I don't think it changed anything in terms of MIOs, but it is a beta version, yes. Why do I have two of them? Wait a second. Raiding fleet, raiding ship builders should be the same, right? So let me delete raiding fleet. Okay, so raiding ship builders is generally the best for any kind of ship you want to make. except maybe carriers, but everything else you want to go for this one. Escort, we did it earlier. Let's check that it is okay, but I think this one has... No, it's okay. That's done. Battle line, we did it earlier, so that's done. Refurbished, we haven't done this one yet. Okay. What is this shit for? For cruisers and battleships. So this is a bit like the... What do they give? It's a bit like the battle line. They don't give you anything by default. That's nice. That's very kind of them. What do you have? Anything useful? Some HP. Now, it does seem like a modification of the battle line one, though. I don't know if it makes sense to save it. Nah, I'll skip it. Light we did. Multi-roll we didn't do. We may need to give it a look. Cast we did. Let's... Now that we are as Italy, we can probably check most of them. I also think Italy mostly has the default ones. This one is done. Heavy aircraft we haven't done. Medium one we did. Naval bombers we didn't do. Range oriented. Okay, Italy also has a range oriented. Let's see if they work with the default one. Yeah, Italy has the default one. But they do have this one though. No, Germany gets broken. You need to use the default one with some modification here. You'd pick this one as 6 for sure. Very annoying, but okay. Maybe we should remove the stuff that is useless from here. So it's easier to fix it. Let's remove the stuff that is useless. Or better, we leave it free. So at least at this point we can pick this one if we remember and get the notification. Why can I not override the previous one? What the fuck? So now I have 2 range focused. Yes. Okay, so I want to delete the second range focused. The way this is done is a good representation of the game. The worst system ever. Let me just save it again though. No, it's okay. Okay. Let's do the heavy aircraft. So heavy aircraft is for large airframes. Yeah, this is only for strategic bombers and naval patrol bombers. Very, very situational. In single player, I guess naval patrol bombers would be used a bit more, but... Yeah, this is for the naval patrol bombers. Air attack on strategic bombers. No. Yeah, let's go get the usual production. And then let's go get some... Yeah, normally I would go more this way because strategic bombers are completely useless, but naval patrol bombers are not completely useless. So something like this would make sense probably. Okay, yeah, fine. What's the name of this absolute shit? It's heavy aircraft. Okay. Aircraft. I would like to believe that we're almost done. I don't know if it's true though. Yeah, medium aircraft we did. So we just lock naval aircraft, right? No, multi-role. Fuck. Multi-role. Let's do multi-role. My godness. Okay. Multi-role shit. What do we do for multi-role? A multi-role can be used on what? Fighter CAS and medium naval bombers, maybe. Do we have anything for medium naval bombers? This one, maybe. But why would you make that shit? And this is only for transport planes. I don't know if I have the mental strength to do this shit now, but let's try. Whoa, this is a lot of naval attack though? It's actually a lot of naval attack. But definitely you wouldn't do this on a small airframe. There would be no point. Let's assume we use this on medium naval bombers, because that's the best design that you can make with 2 torpedo modules and a light machine gun. And yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't go for, but yeah, so okay, let's do it. So yeah, so let's do let's focus on naval bombing then. This one we can pick either one though. But yeah, I like more range. Then we go naval attack. For medium planes, yes. But air attack is still useless at that point though. Then we need to go for this one. So to go for this one, we need one of these two. I'd take the range probably over air defense. So let's pick this one, and this one. It requires both of them. Fuck. Okay, then this one. Yeah. So thank God we cannot. We can pick both of them. We get. Fuck. The whole thing is wrong. Because we need to pick both of them. I'm so happy. Right now. Very, very happy. Okay. Okay. We cannot pick this shit. I'm very happy about that at least. We cannot pick this one because we picked this one. We can pick this one. Speed and agility, I guess, yes. And then this shit. And then the transport plane shit. Probably not. No, speed and range. This one is better though. Fuck. When is it better? It's only naval attack, naval targeting seems better, but yeah, 15% range is good. It's probably better at the beginning. Okay. No problem. That's a lot of range. In any case, range is useful. So this way you get a lot of range on your medium planes, and then you get naval attack. Okay, fine. Fine. And this is useless. Okay, let's stop it at like this. This is the multi-role one, right? Let's add naval bomber though, because it's for naval bombing. What's next? The actual naval bombers. Are we done? The actual naval bombers. I should have it saved, but let's take a look just in case. So yeah, the first one is obvious. Then naval attack, and naval targeting. Pretty obvious choice. Liability air defense, range air defense, naval attack, naval targeting. Of course, we prioritize naval attack for everything here. Then reliability, agility, max speed, fuel usage, and production output. In this case, the production output comes later because the absolute priority is naval attack, naval targeting. So this one is correct. Are we happy with the name? Naval aircraft. Let's change it to naval aircraft. Sometimes it lets you rename them, sometimes it doesn't. Completely random shit. Naval aircraft. Saved. Wow, we're done with this stuff. Let's see if we missed anything in here. It should all be good. This is the trucks. This is the artillery. We have the support equip now. We have 2 support equips. Okay. But this is a good one. So let's remove the other one. And then this is the same. Train manufacturer. Just what I was looking for. Another useless MIO. Fantastic. Let's do the shitty train MIO. Sudden armor technology. This is only for Italy, I assume. You need SPGs. And why would you ever be so insane to pick this shit? Hopefully you wouldn't be. Air attack on trains. No, for trains the only thing you care about is production efficiency. There's no other point in anything else. In fact, you do get only production efficiency, but which one is best? Well, this is more production efficiency. Yeah, let's start maybe with some gain, then some cap, and some gain, some more gain. Railway gun only. What is this shit? It's for support equipment, random shit again. No, okay. That's only for railway guns. This one is either armor or, yeah, let's go output. Action efficiency gain, okay. Resource need, no. Output or cap. Let's get an output in this case. And then I guess if you're making this shit, you go there. Okay, fine. What is this useless thing? What is it called? Train manufacturer. Okay, let's save it as train. No, don't overwrite my fucking MIO that I spent hours making. And my sanity level is going down. That's why I have been delaying doing this MIO thing for so long. But we're almost done, come on. Train is done. We did everything here. Let's just make sure that we have everything done. Done. We fuck this shit. Done. Done. So beautiful. Standardize this. Done. Train is here too. Train is everywhere. Fucking train. Yeah, okay. Okay, Italy we covered. Let's take a look at France. See if there is any other big MIO that we are missing here. Ah, they also have the awesome armored cars. Fantastic. I know, right, Koya? Useless MIOs are the best. It is the thing I hated the most. The funny thing about HOI4 is that they keep introducing features that I hate more than the previous ones. So now I'm no longer that mad about MIOs. Well, mostly because they allow us to save them. Because coal is much more frustrating. Now a lot of nerfs are coming to the game. So by constantly making the game worse, you hate less what you used to hate before, which is fantastic. So armored cars, we did it. We already have it, Franz. Get fucked. Somua. Motorized, we did it. We have infantry equipped, we have it covered. We have it covered. We have artillery, we have the train. Is it the same train as Italy? Can I load the same train as Italy? I sure can. Awesome. Now, escort, we did it. Task force, we did it, right? Task force, we did it. Battle line, we did it. Raiding, we did it. Oh, it's looking good. Armored car, yeah, we did it. Bye. Okay, USA, what do we have here? Billions of fucking tanks. Okay, let's start from here. We did it. Artillery, we did it. Helicopter development. No, didn't do this. What is this? What is this absolute garbage? What is this shit? What kind of joke is this, MIO? What the fuck? Okay, well, at least it should be fast. Harness armor. Sanity restore. I'm losing it completely. I don't know, what do you want on stupid helicopters? I guess we get fucking production efficiency. There is a production cost right here, though. Yeah, let's get the production cost. Why would you make a harness build on helicopters? I don't think so, but maybe. Do you need speed on helicopters? What? Wait, is there any way in which helicopters are actually slower than something on the ground and you need extra speed on them? Does that ever happen? Let's not ask questions. Let's just save it. Helicopter. Very useful, MIO. We use this all the time. Yeah, you really need the fun gain here because with all of these perks... so useless. Great. So the fantastic helicopters are done. The rest here is done. What do we have? Light, long range. What the fuck is that? That's the range focused, hopefully. It is. We're good. Though this looks a bit more like the German one, maybe. Yeah. Kinda. But still a bit broken. Completely broken. Fuck it. I'm not changing it. I mean, I know they make infantry go faster, but why would you need extra speed on the helicopters? That's the question. Why would you ever need some extra speed on your helicopter? Is the helicopter slower than the infantry? Or does it increase the speed on the infantry it's assigned to? But I don't know. I don't want to know. Yeah, okay, so this one I guess it's okay. Medium long range. So what is this? This is a medium aircraft one, just disguised with a different name to confuse us. Awesome. This is the CAS one, but a bit changed because you're the US, you're cooler than everybody else, but I'm happy with it. The heavy aircraft, we did it earlier. And that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And the naval aircraft should be the naval bomber one. And that's fine as well, so we're good. What do we have? The escort, we did it. Submarine is fine, we did it. It's good. Battle line, we did it. Carrier specialist, they probably have some special stuff in here, but this is the task force one. It's actually pretty similar, except we cannot pick this one because something must be different in there. But you'll get a notification when that's the case, probably. Yeah, it will get broken and it will ask you to pick one of these two and we'll pick it, so it's okay. Okay, let's get to these billion tanks now. So fast ones, we did it earlier. It's this one and it's all good. Medium. No, okay, this is maybe the default medium. No, it's not the default medium. It has some extra shit here. But we still need to do this one. So the medium is something... What is dedicated? What is this? Ah, this is standardized production, renamed to confuse us. Okay. Mobile tanks. What is this? This is the fast tank. Disguised again. Exactly the same, just different name to confuse us. Perfect. And the stupid train one, again, exactly the same. So we got it. No, this is not a beta update. Did I fuck up the title? Is the title wrong, guys? Wait, let me check. Oh, the thumbnail, I always do that. No. MIO is priority. MIO priority is updated. Okay. That's all good. No. Yesterday we covered the new beta update. You can check the stream from yesterday. But this is something I was doing for the. This is something I'm doing for the members of the channel. They have a special folder where I save all of the MIOs, and now I'm going to save also the game file that allows you to import them into your game, so you can just load them. So before doing that, I wanted to have them all covered for all main ones, at least, not all countries necessarily, but all of the main ones, so that anyone playing can just go here and load an MIO and have something to work with. So that was the goal. So did we miss anything? Did we do everything here? Yes, the medium one is the only one missing. So let's do the medium tank one at this point. It's probably the last thing we need to do. Then we're going to check the other majors to see if we missed something. But I'm pretty sure we're almost there now. So, the medium tank MIO is not a very good one. Though I do think this stuff is not normal. It's probably only for the US, for Chrysler. Let's see if we can find it with some other country first. Do you know of anyone who has a medium tank manufacturer that is not a major? No. No era. What do we do? Let's see what Romania has. The artillery, no, yes, we did it. Hold on, this one we did it. Okay. Light aircraft, general aircraft, naval aircraft, task force, coastal defense production. Is it a disguised something? Yes, it is. Okay. Just to confuse us. This one is also just to confuse us. Fantastic. Multi-role tank is also to confuse us, isn't it? This is just an infantry tank. Just change the name. Awesome. I mean, you have this stuff here, but okay. Mobile tank is also just the infantry tank. Yeah, changing the names is a great idea. So you give the impression to people that you created a lot of different MIOs. It's all the same ones with different names. It's smart. That's smart. That's very smart. So there is nothing for Romania that we didn't do, right? I love Romania. One of my favorite... first of all, Romania is great because in your name there is the Great Roman Empire. So that's already awesome. Then I've never been to Romania, but I had many friends from Romania in Italy. There is a big Romanian community in Italy. I feel like we're pretty similar. And in addition to real life experience, I also absolutely love Romania in HOI4. Romania Focus Tank Destroyer MIO. Tank Destroyer, this one. But is it different from the other one? This is a disguised infantry tank. It's not really a tank destroyer. It's just called Tank Destroyer, but it is just the infantry one. It is the infantry. Guys, it's the infantry one. Yeah, I guess you just get hard attack and piercing here. That's the only difference, I think. Yeah, it's just the same. I know, you get more heart attack, yes. 1 extra heart attack, worth changing the name. Okay, what else do we have? I'm looking for a medium tank designer. There we go! Hungary did the trick. Fantastic. So now we have a clean medium tank designer that is the standard one, the real default one. Perfect. Now we can finish it. So, medium tank, as I was mentioning, this is not particularly good because you don't get any soft attack. Like 0 soft attack, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's 0 soft attack. On the other hand, you do get a decent amount of production output. You also get some output right at the beginning. You got the game plus all DLCs except Graveyard of Empires and Thunder. I'm missing something important by not getting these two? No, you're making a great choice by not getting those two. Graveyard of Empires is the worst rated DLC in HOI4, but it is not the worst DLC in HOI4. And Thunder at Our Gates, if we are thinking about features, I guess you're missing a bit more with Thunder at Our Gates. You're missing the HQ. It's mostly bloat, but not the worst feature ever added to the game. So if you had to pick one, pick Thunder at Our Gates. Graveyard of Empires is completely useless. Oh, you're from Hungary. Yes, you do get... I also love Hungary, by the way. You also get a lot of production output. Yeah, the production output is definitely the highlight, and you get quite a lot of breakthrough as well. The main problem is that breakthrough is almost never an issue on tanks, so that's why this is not generally very good. So let's get... let's say we go production output immediately. Because you can get quite a lot of it. And then probably speed reliability. Though if you're doing infantry tanks, you probably go reliability instead. I don't know. This one is a bit dependent. I think we get enough breakthrough, so I might go for extra armor here. But first, the output. Then these ones are both bad, and this one is also bad. So let's go speed reliability. Then let's go armor. And then between the two, I guess maybe piercing is a bit more important. So let's go piercing. Paradox is very happy, Quantum, with your purchase. Very happy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the only doubt I have here is maybe prioritizing these two a bit more, but it should be fine. Especially this one is a bit annoying when you don't have it when you start designing tank. You might need a couple more ticks in engine that you could save if you'd pick this one. But generally speaking, I'm pretty satisfied with this one. So let's save this as a medium tank. Right, here we don't have the good ones, we go armor, most likely. Good. Also this one we haven't done. The terrible SPG manufacturer that is actually worse than the regular tank one. That's fantastic. So I don't think I saved this one, right? I didn't. Let's do it now. So again, we start with the medium SPGs. Can you imagine, guys, how cool it is to make an SPG-oriented MIO and not give any soft attack? That's such a fantastic idea. Like, the only soft attack you get is down here. You do get some at the beginning. But it's still less than what you get by going for the infantry tank. Though in the case of, in the specific case of Hungary, when you don't have infantry tank, this is what gives the most soft attack. It is true for light ones they're better because light ones get soft attack, but medium ones don't. So I'd probably do something like this. So this is the, yes, we also get some soft attack here. But actually, this is more important. Well, we get it here. Okay. These ones require towered artillery. It's also bad. Okay, now let's go these first then. Then these ones. And these ones you also don't get it because you also require the towered rocket artillery, which is bad. I didn't pick it. What the... Okay. Then if you were to go for the light ones, you would do... Well, of course you would do this. And the heavy one... The heavy ones get soft attack. Not that much. Yeah, something like this. But then it depends on which one you're doing. You're not doing the other ones if you want them. So let's save these as assault guns. This is when they started adding bloat to the game, and you know, now we're getting massive nerfs because of all of this shit. It used to be so simple. You just had the default, without DLCs it's much better, the MIO part. You just pick the designer. Each country has, some countries have specific ones. You get some flat buffs. In here it's just such a mess then to balance and so on. These guys, I recently watched a video about this. This is a mess that Paradox put themselves in. If you look at how Europa Universalis 5 went, it was pretty much a disaster. It is pretty much a disaster. And it shows how dangerous it is for Paradox to release a new game. Say they make HOI4 tomorrow. Like, this is a different topic for a different video, but... Say that they make HOI5 tomorrow, right? Now, if they make HOI5 tomorrow, and it's a failure, and it's most likely going to be a failure because it's not going to have all of these features. Like, most countries will not have focus trees, you will not have MIOs, you will not have many things, because they cannot put everything in it from the beginning. And for me, that would be a good thing, but people will complain. People will say, like, you released a new game with no content. Which is what always happened with Paradox. Like, you're giving us a beta version of the game, and in 10 years with all of the DLCs, that will be a good game. So it will flop, people will keep playing HOI4, and it will be a disaster. So what Paradox is forced to do is they are forced to constantly make new content for HOI4 instead. And whenever they make a DLC like Graveyard of Empires without new features, a lot of people in the comments, in the reviews complain, oh, there are no new features. This is a lazy DLC, no new features. Okay, so what they need to do is they release Thunder at Our Gates and they add new features like the HQ and regimental companies. The new features are not really needed because this game has plenty of features, doesn't need new features. Just people keep asking for new features, but the game doesn't need new features. And then, because of the new features that are bloating the game, you get a lot of extra stats, then you have too much stats, then they need to nerf the stats, and then they end up nerfing core stats of the game, like experience, combat modifiers, and soft attack on all tanks and turrets. Very disappointing. The faction system as well as spies feel kinda useless, I may just misunderstand. No, they are bloat. The game is full of bloat, which is why they should release HOI5, and I want HOI5 to be emptied of all of this useless bloat. No more plenty of features, just core, well-balanced, well-made features. That said, spies are not useless. Spies are useful only for one specific thing, which is to make collaboration governments. That's the only thing you want to do really with spies. Like, the other stuff is very, very secondary. So you spy, build the intel network to 50%, and then you make a collaboration government that allows you to capitulate your opponents faster, especially big ones like the Soviet Union. And then you get more resources from them after capitulating them. As for the faction system, I would like to say that it is useless, and I don't like the new system. But unfortunately, when Paradox introduced it in No Compromise, No Surrender, alongside it, they also completely ruined the war tension system by lowering war tension a lot. This means that when you play a country that is non-aligned, for example, you cannot do shit, because you need the war tension to be at 50% to justify a claim, but the war tension will take forever to go to 50%. So that's where the faction system becomes mandatory, not only it is not useless, it's mandatory, because you need to create a faction and you need to pick a rule that allows you to justify claims. This is incredibly, ironically stupid when you play non-aligned Germany. If you play non-aligned Germany, since the game on historical relies on you to generate war tension, so if Germany doesn't attack Poland and doesn't trigger World War II, World War II will not start, and the war tension will not go up. If you play non-aligned Germany, nobody will start World War II, and as non-aligned Germany, you will not have enough war tension to start World War II. So you need to pick a faction rule that allows you to justify claims so you can start World War II and increase the war tension. Now, there are some cases that are even more absurd than that. As Austria, for example, if you do a reverse Anschluss, as non-aligned Austria, if you take down Germany, Germany can no longer start World War II, you cannot start World War II, nobody starts World War II, the war tension never goes up, and that's the end of the game. You cannot do anything anymore for the rest of the run, unless you can pick the faction. That means playing the game as a non-aligned country, if we put it bluntly, requires you to purchase a DLC. Otherwise, you cannot play the game. That's it. Let's move on, because we probably are done, but we may still have a couple more to do. This one we did now? Is it... No, we didn't do this one. Ah, the refurbished one is... Okay, battle line we did. So we still lack this one. What is this stupid one? It's for battleships. It's the one that we had as Italy and we didn't do it. Let's do it now so we can forget about it. It's so bad. HP is the best thing you probably get in here. So let's try to get this HP. So let's go reliability. Reliability, armor, HP, HP. Reliability on ships. This one is bad. Wow, this is really maybe the worst MIO I've seen. I'll pick it randomly. I hope I never get forced to pick this one in my life. I just never want to see it appearing. I need to pick this shit. Okay, wait. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Back to the majors. So we finished this stuff. USA, we said we did it. Now we also have the medium tank one, which will be a bit different, but at least we have some to load. And then, yes, you just get some extra reliability and output. Fine. Good. I can adjust it. Everything else should be done. Here we said everything is done. Okay, let's go UK. Tour of the majors to make sure that everything is correct. We have this one. We definitely have this one. We have the trains. Task force. Do we have task force? We do. Battle line we do. Escort we do. Raiding we do. High agility. Do we have high agility? Is that... no, we don't have high agility. Okay. CAS is the usual one. Medium is the usual one. Naval is the usual one. And heavy, we did it earlier. Okay, we need to do the high agility fighters. We haven't done this one. By worse MIO, does that mean it just does not give perks that fit the way you build design templates or something more? Yeah, it just doesn't give good buffs. I mean, it's overall underwhelming buffs, so if you can pick something else, it's better to pick something else. If you have nothing else, it's still better than nothing. There is no MIO that makes your design worse than by default, than with no MIO. But okay, let's do this high agility fighters thing. So high agility fighters, we still want to prioritize though air attack in general. Do we have any production? Production output, yes, we have one here. So let's pick it. We do sacrifice air defense 10% and speed 5% though. Not so sure anymore. Because air defense and speed like that, well, agility is more important, but air defense is more important though. We don't have production here, okay. Again, though, by picking production, we sacrifice air range and air attack. Tricky one. The production here is not the obvious choice in general, because it comes at the cost of air defense and air attack and range. So probably not. Probably not. Where do we get some air attack? Here? Here? Okay, I think I like this path more so far. So, let's say we go here. Then we go the air attack, speed, agility, air attack. Okay. Now that air attack is done, we next want to prioritize air defense. So we pick this one for air defense. I'd pick this one too. Yeah, let's give up on production in this case. Get this free speed and agility, and 15% speed is a lot though. Okay, let's pick this one first. And this one, this one. Yeah, okay. No, I don't love this, but at least we have it. High agility. The amount of MIOs we have is insane. Okay, high agility done, everything done. Next, so we did check these ones already. Infantry, automobile, artillery, armored car, we got everything. Let's move to the next one. We already checked fronts, but let me just do a second check very quickly. It's fast, medium, standard, escort, task, battle rating done, light, medium, heavy, naval done. Armored, automobile, infantry, artillery, done. Okay. Did we finish Italy? Let's check quickly. Standardized, okay. Battle line escort, refurbished. Now we did it, right? So it's the same as the other one. Okay. Happy that we did it. Rating, submarine, okay. Light, multi-role cast, heavy, medium, naval, range, focus, done. All done. We need... what majors are left? Well, Germany... Japan and the Soviet Union. Did I miss anyone? No, it should be... It's 8 majors, right? So France, Italy, US, UK, 4. Germany, Soviet Union, Japan, 3. Is there another one? Oh, maybe it's 7, not 4, not 8. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe it's 7. Okay. Germany. What's the Windows 11 stuff in the background? Okay, so here we have the heavy tank designer, but I think we did it, right? It's the same as the other one. Probably Germany has some special stuff, but it's basically the other one. So the infantry one, we have it. MAN is the German version of medium. Okay. We also have the SPG one. We also have a German version of the SPG one, but we have the core. China is not a major, I think. They become a major, but they are not a major. At least when you open the game, you know, you see the major countries at the top. And those are the only majors. Then other countries become majors. But we already checked China, but we can check it again anyway. And standardized production. Yeah, Germany has some extra stuff, but I will fix it for Germany specifically when we get there. The important thing for me for now is that everybody has something to load. Battleship we did. Raiding, submarine, task force refurbished, we have everything. Light, cast, range, heavy, medium, multi-role. Heavy, we have it, right? We have the heavy, we have the medium, we have the multi-role, that's perfect. Helicopter, assault gun, helicopter, artillery, infantry, automotive, support equip, armored car, yes, we have everything. Okay, let's check the Soviet Union. We may have something new here, no? Let's see. So this is the fast tank, okay. Medium tank. Okay. Free tank, okay. The refurbished, is this new or is it? Ah, this one is new, okay. The tank refurbishment plant is only Soviet Union. We need to do this one. And then the heavy tank. Okay, so let's do the tank refurbishment, whatever. So this is great for conversion speed. And output, if I remember correctly. Production efficiency and output, you get a lot of them. And what you can do, what you could do here, if I remember correctly, is you use these only for production, and then you use the other one for the design itself to get the buffs. Because this is plenty of production buffs. Now, the only question is what order? This is for railway artillery, and this is for trains, so let's not get confused there. Output 3%. Output 6%. Then gain cap 5, gain 8. Output 5, output 6, gain 5, and there is also this one. Well, I'd say these two are a good first choice because you get the discount and the output right away. I would probably get these output too now. Does this, I cannot see, does this require... No, it doesn't require that one, okay. Yeah, so probably you get we get the efficiency gain here too at this point. Then we go this one. Let's get the extra output. Yeah, it seems pretty standard. Though, as the Soviet Union, we also have this stuff, but this stuff requires some additional perks and so on, so probably not. Okay, so tank refurbishment. But the output you get here is insane. That's why the Soviet Union is so strong in multiplayer too. But with these, we are done with the Soviet Union too, right? I think so. Black Sea shipbuilders. No, wait, maybe not. Let's see. Rating is the usual. What's Black Sea? Okay, that's another unique Soviet one. Okay, so we need to do the Black Sea shipbuilders. What is this? This is for capital screens and submarines. What do we have? Detection, efficiency, detection. I don't like any of that. Light attack. What do we have here in tier? We attack sub visibility, but only for subs. Heavy piercing, air attack, armor, anti-air. Funds, research bonus, production output. Size up. Pretty weird stuff. Don't know. Very, very weird stuff. Patrol shit is useless, so probably we go down this path. No, maybe let's get the funds. Let's get the research bonus. No, we want the output. You want the output. This one I don't understand. I literally don't understand what this means, but okay. It's pretty bad. I guess you go anti-air, maybe? Okay, this gets to be picked randomly because I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a particularly good MIO. Man, I have to go to work in 20 minutes. That's how bad this is. And I was thinking like, okay, I'll do a half an hour stream and then get ready and so on. 3 hours. MIOs should not be underestimated, but we're almost done because there is only Japan left. So let's see if Japan is done. I can go to work. If not, no money for me. Standardize, we have medium, we have infantry, we have assault guns, we have... Okay, I'm a bit scared about the Navy. They probably have some unique ones, the Japanese. Task Force... Carrier focus. I don't think we did carrier focus. No, it's the raiding shipbuilders with another name. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Escort. Okay, that's very good. Let's see what did we have in terms of planes, if they have some weird stuff. They have a range focus. Will it be... Well, it's okay. The default one is fine. Heavy. Nickel. Multi-roll. Army aircraft sounds scary. I don't think we have that one. Let's see. Hopefully it's something else with the name change. Yes, it's CAS. Yes, it's just the same, exactly the same. Just change the name. Okay, okay. And then what about here? Infantry, artillery, automotive, armored car, support equip, helicopter, assault guns, and train manufacturer, and nothing new. Nothing new, boys. We're done. Let me check China since somebody mentioned it, but I think we're done. I think I can go to work and earn money for my life. This one we did. Task Force raiding we did. Light, medium we did. We did. Okay, because my sanity level was going to 0, so it's very good that we did it. So the only thing missing here technically is for all major countries it would be better. So when we play, for example, as the USA, it would be better to have the MIO priorities adjusted to their unique perks. So Chrysler, for example, has these unique perks. These perks are pretty good, so we would probably want to prioritize them over something else. So the priority for the USA would be a bit different. But we're not going to do it now. because it's probably better to do it as we do the specific runs and guides, so we also know which designer is best for each major. Or in any case, we can dedicate a new streaming session to that. I might do that as well, in which we just go to the major countries, so only the major countries, and we create the specific MIO's priorities for their designers. Though I will not do it for all the designers, I will just pick the best tank designer for the USA and make the MIO priority for that specific designer. This one always scares me, but we did it. Yeah, so we can do that in another session. It's not going to take that long probably, but that's what I said about this one 3 hours ago, so you never know. And then I will make this into another video, because this work must be monetized in a way. So this will be a short guide, probably coming after my Kaiser in Germany guide. A new short guide on MIOs, covering the main priorities, reworking a bit the document that I prepared as well. Though we more or less got it done. Right, boys, thank you for watching. I need to leave. Bye-bye.